Eric Gates of Ipswich must find this a moment hard to believe. 2 years ago, he walked out on the club when he couldn't get a run in the first team. He was persuaded to go back. The goals started to come, everything went right, and here's Eric winning his first cap for his country tonight. A first cap too for Graham Rix of Arsenal, who says the arrival of Kenny Sansom to the club has done so much for him this season. This then's the England team, and it's strange to see it without Kevin Keegan, Trevor Brooking and Ray Wilkins all injured. Phil Thompson, as you can see, is the captain. Brian Robson of West Bromwich Albion getting his third cap in the midfield. But so much, I fancy, is going to depend on Gates and Paul Mariner reproducing their Ipswich form up front for England tonight. The Norwegians, meanwhile, come without their best player, Ottesen, who's injured. They're mostly part-timers, electricians, accountants, policemen, but they have some quality players too. Einar Orsa, the number 4, plays for Bayern Munich in West Germany. Roger Albertsen, a tough marker in midfield, is with the Dutch club Den Haag. And then there's this man, Paul Jacobsen, who, a striker. He scored 4 goals in Norway's last match, a 6-1 win over Finland. He's a former sprint champion, and there'll be nobody quicker on the field tonight than he. The referee tonight is Marcel van Langenhoven of Belgium, and at 36, he is one of the youngest men on the FIFA list. And the crowd, well, it's not one of Wembley's best. No doubt there's been a miscalculation by the FA. £6.50 for the cheapest seat, £3.50 to stand. And the public, it has to be said, have given their answer. But let's hope those who have come see a really good game. So the World Cup is on the road again, and Norway in the red shirts attacking the goal to our left. It's the first time they've ever played at Wembley. The country's only met 4 times before, and in those 4 games Norway have conceded 20 goals. The last time they played was in 1966 when England won 6-1, and Jimmy Greaves on that famous day scored 4 times. This is Tom Jacobsen, the goalkeeper. McDermott for England. England who need to put behind them now the not such happy memories of the European Championship in Italy and really get on the move in this World Cup campaign. A free kick to the Norwegians straight away here, to be taken by Grondalen, their captain, number 5. Player of great experience, 47 caps already for his country, this number 5. Jacobsen's in the middle there, and a fellow to watch out for is Hareide, a big blonde-haired fellow on the far side, some 6'2" of him, just challenging as Phil Thompson allowed that ball to go over for the goal kick. This is the man to watch, though, Paul Jacobsen. He's a groundsman, actually, at his club. But here's Sansom. Mariner. First touch for Eric Gates. Thompson to Viv Anderson. McDermott again. And a foul this time by the number 7, Hareide. A free kick to England. The Norwegians feeling that they really must try so hard to contain England over the first 20 minutes at least. Their feeling is that they'll grow in confidence the longer this game goes on if they can just hold England. But here's Woodcock now on a break, but the ball bounced unkindly for him, and Kordahl was there to get it away to Dokken. Erlandsen playing it to Grondalen. Erlandsen again. Got a left thigh heavily strapped, the number 11 for Norway. That's a good break here now for Dokken. Across the face of that goal, and Watson and Thompson, two of the England heroes, of course, from that European Championship in Italy, getting it away between them. But the Norwegians showing straight away that they can be very quick on the break. That's Arne Dokken. And Jacobsen with the throw for Norway. So quite a small man, that's a good long throw. Dokken up well. Robson also with a header. Phil Thompson turning it back to Peter Shilton. A buffeting in the back there for Mariner by Berntsen, but the game allowed to go on. England with a midfield that's never played together before as a unit. Three front men who've never played together before as a unit, but change is forced on Ron Greenwood by these injuries to people like Keegan and Wilkins and Brooking. Robson for Sansom. Woodcock coming quickly away from his man, but Berntsen followed him well. Eric Gates. Again for Woodcock. And a nice little turn by him, and here's Brian Robson. The little chip coming in, and McDermott was hopeful of getting there, but it was a little too close to goalkeeper Jacobsen. Both Watson and Robson going for that ball. Watson getting it away again for England here. Now Thompson with the header. Gates. Woodcock. Ricks on the far side. Sansom going ahead of him. Sansom. Chipped in quickly there towards Gates, but it was Kordahl who got it away. Woodcock looked like a handball. And the ball miraculously staying in there, and Sansom finding Robson. The back heel giving Sansom no chance, and now the ball has gone out, and a throw to Norway, just nicking off the Arsenal fullback. Oh, word, he's going to steal 20 yards, let alone 5. Ottesen. Well, this is going to fall here for Hareide. Played on again, but Shilton's there. Gates. Anderson. Played in again for Gates. Gone ahead for Robson, but again they cut it out well. It was Kordahl who did it. Played on again here for the number 8 Dokken. McDermott. Ricks. Robson. Sanson's gone venturing down the left. And Dokken can turn it back. Tore Kordahl for Norway. Dokken. Watson with a header. Hareide to Erlandsen, and now Andersen. It won't reach McDermott. This is Larsen Okland, another professional who plays in the West German First Division, the number 9, with Bayer Leverkusen. And certainly nothing from England yet to frighten the Norwegians. Rix. Slipped in there again, and a shot that from Robson, or rather from Mariner, that bounced awkwardly a little bit in front of Jacobsen. Orsa. And a throw to Norway. Their recent form has not been all that bad. A 1-1 draw away in Finland, and they were beaten in Denmark 3-1, but the Danes have not got a bad side. They beat Bulgaria at home, and then this massive 6-1 victory against Finland. It's a tremendous throw there by Sansom, but it didn't quite get Rix on his way, but there was a shove in the back by Graham Rix, giving the Norwegians a free kick. Orsa finding Grondalen, his captain, and a throw to England, which Andersen will take. Watson, Thompson, McDermott, and an offside against Woodcock. Jacobsen almost got away there, and in fact Thompson had to get in very quickly. You saw straight away the speed of this number 10 for Norway. But now England coming forward again with Brian Robson. Finding McDermott. Andersen's gone ahead of him. Slipped there once more for Gates. Turned off nicely by him for Robson. Played wide and accurately here for Rix for England now. And Rix obstructed, and a free kick to England, which I've no doubt will bring Dave Watson forward. It is already, and it'll be Rix who will float the free kick in. So Dave Watson right up, and Rix floating that free kick in there towards Mariner, winning it comfortably in the air, but way over the top. Goal kick. Paul Mariner with 3 goals in 10 appearances for England. He would certainly want to increase that rate of striking tonight. Robson beaten in the air that time, a little late reacting to that one, and Dokken got there first, was shoved in the back and earns a free kick for Norway. And something wrong with the ball. Well, maybe that was the reason. And yet the referee would have inspected that ball in the dressing room and agreed it before the start. Something must have happened in the 11 minutes of play that we've had. Well, at any rate, it's also with the free kick. Larsen, Okland's right in there, so too is Hareide, and tipped over by Shilton from Hareide, the number 7, a real tall, gangly, almost a Jack Charlton-like figure the way he walks there, and he got up so well from that free kick, floated in nicely there, and there's a warning for England, and Shilton just flicking it over. So a corner which Erlandsen is taking now for Norway. And a deep one again. That time it was also got right up there. And England again having trouble getting that away. And it's, I think, Robson who's got a smack in the face. Or on the side of the jaw at any rate. But you get an impression that they could be very dangerous in the air. There are a lot of tall fellas in this Norwegian side, and they were in this stadium last night practicing a lot of free kicks and a lot of corners, bringing a lot of their big men into the play. At the moment it's Graham Rix coming into the play and hitting it straight at 2 Norwegian defenders. Here's Dave Watson. Mariner up there, nodding that down nicely towards Eric Gates. But Grondalen was in there, the skipper for Norway first. And already in these opening minutes, you get the impression that this is going to be a tough nut for England to crack. Woodcock, wrestled to the ground there, but a nice advantage played there by the Belgian referee. And it's with Robson. Thompson. Flick there for Rix. A touch there that won't quite reach Robson, and Dokken was in there again for Norway. Erlandsen with a long ball forward. Jacobsen's right in there, and cool play indeed there by Phil Thompson, the England captain, when both Larsen, Okland and Jacobsen were really right at his neck. And it's with Viv Anderson. Robson. Anderson again. McDermott. A nice dummy played there by Robson, and then he tried to play it wide towards Mariner. Rix finding Watson. Thompson again. Oh, there's a little bit of space here for Brian Robson. Played very sensibly wide here for Gates, who's looking very mobile indeed. That's not a bad cross either. No, it's just onto the roof of the netting. Goal kick. But he's shown a lot of movement, Eric Gates, across that front line. Well, a quarter of an hour gone and still not a direct shot on goal. Nothing really to seriously worry Tom Jacobsen, this 27-year-old Norwegian goalkeeper. Watson. Played in by McDermott there, and Gates brought down the free kick. Well, Einar Jan Orsa. A little too fierce for the challenge, a free kick. Rix floating it in left-footed. Watson had gone up there, but he was hustled out of it. Erlandsen playing it back. Oh, and Woodcock was almost in there. Erlandsen, the number 11, holds his head in his hands because he very nearly gave away the opening goal there, and how quick Woodcock was to react to it. Look at this for a really terrible back pass, and look how quickly Woodcock reacts to it, and it came off the goalkeeper's right knee. Well, little Arne Erlandsen very nearly gave England the present they required. But it's Rix on the far side again for England. Stabbing it here for Sansom. Rix again. There's the cross coming in, but it'll be too close to the keeper. Oh, who nearly dropped it and presented it there for Watson, but a free kick given and taken. Well, certainly all credit to the keeper. He reacted as quickly as Woodcock did when that back pass came in. He was flying out of his line, and had he not done that, Woodcock would certainly have put England ahead. Oh, a back header there by Thompson could put England in trouble. Watson's missed it as well. Sansom just stuck out a foot and just got there, and now completes it with that characteristic run of his that's so full of power. Kenny Sansom coming forward for England. And Mariner now on the far side. And now Robson for England. A short touch here for Ricks. Played through this time for McDermott. England beginning to get to grips a little bit now with this game. But the ball cut out quite easily there by Orsa. Watson with a header. And now Anderson. This will come for Grondalen, the captain. In for Albertsen. And I think Erlandsen thought that may have come off an England player for a corner, and I think he may have had a case. McDermott. Woodcock. Robson. McDermott again, this time for Mariner. Played on nicely for Anderson, one of those good runs of his, the overlap, and played in there, and the keeper was there again first. But a good break by Anderson. He was just looking for that moment to pounce forward. Thompson now for Anderson. Mariner. With Watson. Woodcock. England just perceptibly just raising the pace of this game a little bit now. You get the impression that they feel they got to lift themselves a little bit. There's no formality in this sort of game for them. The Norwegians already shown themselves to be a side with a certain amount of skill and a good deal of application and organisation. Ricks playing it in for Mariner. Ricks playing it on again. A good run this time by Sansom. The cross coming in, and Grondalen getting it away, and then calmly back to the keeper from Berntsen. Thompson's header. It's a free kick for England. A foul on Terry McDermott. Robson. Ricks. Playing Mariner down that left-hand side. Berntsen right with him. Gates. A little shuffle there and a turn, and the ball coming off. Kordahl for the corner to England. Again Watson forward. So Dave Watson up again, and the ball floated towards him, in fact. Thompson for Anderson. Gates. Oh, very nearly fell into the path of Mariner. Throw to England. Halfway through the first half. No, it's a throw to Norway, which Jacobsen has taken. Not only has he taken it, but he's found it Okland, and in the end Thompson came in there, and there was a certain misunderstanding there. I'm sure that England must have felt that it was their throw. To have left Jacobsen in that sort of situation is incredible. Berntsen to the number 4, Ors. Einer Ors from Bayern Munich. And this is Jacobsen again showing his pace, but, well, a lack of awareness there. But he's really quick, there's no doubt about that. Robson, Woodcock active up ahead of him, and now it's with Eric Gates trying to play Mariner into a bit of space. Anderson, now it is Mariner. Robson turned his man nicely there, found Gates again, back again for Brian Robson, a little too firm that time I think for Woodcock, yes, and Berntsen gets it away. Ricks. It's a cross coming in there, just a shade too high for Woodcock. Phil Thompson trying to keep it going now as he finds Terry McDermott. The little chip through there, it nearly came through the Gates. It's Robson with a shot, and they were under the whip for a moment there, the Norwegians, but here's Erlandsen back to his keeper. Grondalen to Dokken. Now Thompson. There's Robson. Gates. Nice little rippling run here by Gates. Anderson picking it up again. Ricks playing it wide for Robson. Sansom's right out there as well. Here's Woodcock. Looking to play it wide for Kenny Sansom, and there was an offside against Sansom. A free kick to Norway. Well, the final of this competition is not until July the 11th, 1982 in the Bernabeu Stadium in Madrid. But you've got to say, in the opening 25 minutes of their campaign, England have hardly looked impressive. Robson. Now Gates. And it goes without saying, unless England can find a way through fairly quickly, these Norwegians will grow rapidly in confidence. Eric Gates being called to the Belgian referee. Having a little conversation with the Norwegian skipper Grondalen on the way, and you can see what the referee's saying. Just cut it out. Thompson with the header, finding Andersen. Here's McDermott. Mariner for Robson. Playing it now for Thompson. A chance for him to come into a bit of space here. Well, that's not going to give Mariner much of a chance. And at the moment, England are looking like a side that has almost been thrown together, which is, I suppose, to a certain extent true after the injuries that they've suffered. But they look like a front three and a middle three that have not played together as units before. Sansom coming across and doing a good covering job here, though. Now what's he going to do? Happy to let it go over the goal kick. Rix finding Robson. Rix has gone scooting off down that left. It's a night where there's an awful lot of responsibility on him, because it's he in his first cap who's got to supply all the subtle touches and find the unexpected breakthrough for the front men. So far he's not done that, and England's passing is leaving a good deal to be desired overall at the moment. But here's a chance now for a break with McDermott. Mariner up ahead of him, and good piece of covering here by Orsa. And then Grondalen and Dokken back to Berntsen, playing it nice and comfortably to each other at the moment, the Norwegians. This is Albertsen, and now Erlandsen. Playing it back again to Erlandsen. Andersen doing the shadowing, but Erlandsen still got the cross in, and not sure whether it was Thompson who got the touch there, but at any rate it fell for Rix. And now for Robson, with half an hour gone and still England 0, Norway 0. A few whistles in the crowd you may be hearing. It's a certain restlessness amongst the England supporters. Mariner to Gates, stabbing it out there for Rix, played in again, just a little too quickly there by Woodcock. But here come Norway again with little Erlandsen. Larsen, Okland, sweeping it wide on the far side to Albertsen, and a throw to England. Robson, now for Gates. Flick through again for Woodcock. Rix. He's got Woodcock outside him. That cross is coming through for Mariner. Nicely controlled there by Paul Mariner. And a good challenge as well by Grondalen that snuffs out the danger. Andersen taking it from McDermott's pass. Goal kick. Jacobsen couldn't keep it in. Andersen with the throw. Watson. Robson. Watson again. Sansom to Rix. Mariner to Gates. That's a good ball by Gates here for Robson. Played on again for Anderson. Again, that final pass was not quite right because Anderson was almost there, and if Robson could just played it a little further ahead of him. Watson, oh, look at the way that's been given away as well to Larsen, Okland. Thompson. It's with Sansom. This is certainly the sort of match that England have got to win if they have any thoughts about doing anything in Spain in '82. Anderson quite easily beaten again by the Norwegian skipper Grondalen. Watson. McDermott caught a little unawares, and a misunderstanding between he and Anderson. A throw to Norway. Robson back to Thompson. Towards Gates, well beaten in the air, but here's Ricks coming in, but the ball wouldn't run for him, and again they are well enough organised to get it away. Good challenge though by Robson, a very good challenge. Well taken up though by Paul Mariner. And now Sansom hitting the early ball in there. Thompson with the header, Erlandsen with the pass. And here come Norway again. Robson. And now Thompson. 10 minutes to go to half-time. Still, England can't get this opening goal. But there's Gates having a bang, but it's just that yard too high. It's not really been a good first half so far for England. There's Gates having a good bang at some distance there, always going too high. Sansom. And now here's Gates. Anderson with the throw. Here's Brian Robson. Played wide for the willing Sansom again, coming forward so often now. Yes, a foul there by Roger Albertsen. A free kick to England. Arm aloft to the referee there, indirect. Watson already up there on the edge of the 6-yard area. And the Belgian referee now happy that everything is ready to go ahead. Ricks curling it in again. And a goal by Terry McDermott. Well, it was a goal England wanted badly enough, and the two men hugging each other there, Ricks and McDermott, between them got it. I think McDermott must have been surprised at the amount of space that he had there. There's Ricks floating it in. Just look at the space they allowed McDermott there, and he got it on the half volley superbly, right into the corner there, off the stanchion. And, well, it's worth seeing again because it's one that they wanted so badly. Half volley. Past Jacobsen in the goal, 1-0 to England. Terry McDermott the scorer. And of course, in the World Cup, things are decided on goal difference, so the more England can get, the merrier. But as Ron Greenwood was saying earlier today, let's get the first one first and win at least by one. Well, that's just what England required, and now here's Shilton finding Anderson. Oh, McDermott's got a good record here. In fact, he scored here a month ago in the Charity Shield for Liverpool against West Ham. The only goal that day. Here's Ricks for Woodcock. Kordahl for Norway. Grondalen to Hareide. Mariner. Played nicely by Robson for Gates, the long ball forward. Orsa. Played in again, an offside there as Orsa, having made the run from the back, made the pass, carried on his run, but his timing wasn't quite good enough. Six minutes to go to half-time now, and it's with Gates for England. Ricks, Watson, Mariner, Sansom, Mariner, nice turn. Mariner's had a good game so far. Here's Gates now. Robson, Anderson, better understanding now, a more confident look about England. And Robson going on, brought down a free kick to England. Woodcock's behind this one. And McDermott. And Ricks and Robson. Ricks with a little touch. Woodcock hammering it. Good save by the keeper. Well, a planned kick involving Graham Ricks. Look at that little touch there. Look at it come round the wall there. Flying save by Jacobsen. And a corner for England. Ricks with it, who's coming more and more into this game now. That's a nice floated cross by him, and Woodcock very nearly got in there, but I think maybe it was Watson pushing down on a Norwegian defender as that ball came over. It'll be a free kick. Watson, bit of space there for Gates rather. Here's Woodcock. This is where you see him at his best, when he's really running at people. And too high for McDermott. A throw to Norway. Orsa, a long ball forward there, but Watson on the end of it for England, supported by Ricks, and again Watson there again with a header for England. Berntsen in there for Norway, and now Dokken. Sansom. It's a fall for Gates. That's a beautiful ball by Eric Gates now. Woodcock the chip. What a brilliant ball by Gates, though. That really put Woodcock absolutely in the clear. Here's this pass coming up now. What about that? Perfectly played. And then Woodcock tried the chip, and you saw what happened then. Jacobsen with the throw, already shown us that he's got quite a good long throw there. Watson knowing that he needs to get up really high, even at the expense of a corner, to prevent Dokken, who was closest there, the number 8. So Albertsen with the corner for Norway. 2, 4, 6 red shirts in that penalty area, but Mariner got up there and got it away, and there's a bit of space up here now for Woodcock, and McDermott's made a tremendous break down the right. Woodcock has seen him. Here's McDermott. Played across there once more towards little Eric Gates, and in the end it was Orsa who glared the way. But a lovely break for England involving Woodcock and McDermott. Dokken wide here for Hareide. Anderson now to McDermott. Played in there for Gates. Down this time for Robson. Here's Ricks again. Mariner coming off his man. Brian Robson again. Played in for Sansom, and now for Ricks. And a good long shot, wide of the goal, goal kick. At the last minute of the first half now. England leading 1-0. They, in the next couple of months or so, have to play away to Romania in the World Cup and then at home here to Switzerland. So certainly by Christmas time we should have a pretty good idea of just what England's prospects are. Moment, suffice to say that they are in the lead without really looking impressive in this first half. As you can see, a pass from Anderson going straight to Grondalen. Erlandsen, stopped by Anderson. Mariner playing it back there, wanting it forward, and that's just where McDermott has given it to him. And Mariner continuing until he's brought down by Grondalen, and a free kick to England. Really had a lively first half for Mariner. And McDermott playing it here for Ricks. Hit first time. Oh! Well, Jacobsen let that one go, but in all honesty, there wasn't an awful lot to spare. Curling and dipping a little bit there from the England number 11, Graham Ricks. Not a lot to spare. Sansom, Robson, the half-time whistle. And England going at half-time, knowing that they've got a difficult team to beat here, but at the moment they are leading them by a goal to nil. They've stuck to the job pretty well when things weren't going so well for them, and then just 8 minutes before half-time, Terry McDermott on the half volley from that free kick from Graham Ricks has given England this priceless 1-goal lead at half-time. The players going off, the managers as well, to do a bit of talking at half-time. The bands come on, and we should be back with the second half. And a half-time score then, England 1, Norway 0. Welcome back to the Wembley for this World Cup qualifying game, with England leading Norway by 1-0. England in white attacking the goal to our left. And here's Tony Woodcock through to Paul Mariner, and a shot by him wide that gives the Norwegians a goal kick. The Norwegian manager, Tor Ottesen, saying at half-time to us that he was worried that his midfield men were standing off our midfield men too much, giving them a lot of space. That's something he would want to work on at half-time, and certainly that was really evident when England scored their goal, when McDermott was given so much time, although he really took it well. So McDermott, the scorer for England after 37 minutes, separating these two sides here at Wembley at the moment. But Jacobsen trying to find a way through. Sansom just nicking out a foot there, flicking it back to Peter Shilton. And here's Brian Robson. Mariner playing it back. Ricks played in again for Gates. Thought he was going to let one pop for a moment, but it's McDermott who did that well wide. So another goal kick. Thompson with a header. Dokken playing it wide there for Erlandsen, and here it is now for Berntsen. Should be Anderson's. Mariner, and now Woodcock. Sansom supporting the attack. Ricks has gone wide for him. Here's Graham Ricks. And that was quite easily cut out by Albertsen, finding Dokken. Certainly started well in this game, the Norwegians. They faded a little bit towards half-time as England came more and more into the game with their goal. Sansom. And now Robson pushing Woodcock forward, wanting Ricks to go forward, finding Sansom here. Oh, a nice little bit of play there by Kenny Sansom, taking it towards the byline. A good cross sweeping in there towards Paul Mariner, too high for him. McDermott will look to turn it back again, though. And Woodcock jumping against the keeper, and the keeper lost it. There was a foul on him, though, and a free kick to Norway. But certainly an active piece of work by England's front men there, and it would have unsettled the keeper a little bit there as McDermott floats it in here. A free kick quite properly given, but it may have an effect on the keeper. Certainly the Norwegians were a little bit worried privately about their goalkeeper Tom Jacobsen. He's hardly been bothered apparently in the last couple of games they've played, and they're just worried about how he might settle here. Well, he made one tremendous save in the first half. Orsa, Albertsen, in comes Gates, and now with Woodcock. Here's Robson. Gates again, floated wide there for Ricks, a lovely ball played by Gates. Oh, and Anderson coming in for England, and cut out though by Kordahl. Jacobsen. Oh, and well, they did their best to stop him, and here he goes now with a lot of pace, Jacobsen, but the finishing effort was not so good. Actually, again, a good advantage played by the referee, because there clearly seemed to be a foul on the Norwegian number 10 by Dave Watson, way in the centre circle. Mariner. McDermott. Woodcock. Played there again for Mariner. Woodcock looking for it a second time. McDermott won't get to it. And here's Dokken now for Norway. Watson. Robson, a bit of space here now. McDermott. Wide for Woodcock and cut out quite easily by Berntsen. Kenny Sansom for England. Brian Robson. Gates. Ricks to Gates. And now to Sansom. Woodcock. Oh, free kick surely. Berntsen far too fierce into the back of Tony Woodcock. Gates again. Nice little dummy there. Crossed in there once more, and it nearly came to Mariner on the far side, and a goal kick given. Mariner thought a corner. Watson playing it forward. Berntsen again. For Dokken. To Jacobsen alongside him. Larsen, Okland. And now McDermott. Mariner, a nice little touch there for Eric Gates. Here's Sansom. Played in again there by Robson for Gates. And again, for the second time in this half, Tore Kordahl, the number 3 for Norway, getting in a really timely challenge, that time stopping Eric Gates, but at the expense of a corner. Ball played in there, and a nice ball played in here for Eric Gates, and Kordahl just getting in the challenge. Ricks, meanwhile, with a corner for England. Watson tried to meet it, Mariner tried to get to it. A little nick through there for Eric Gates, and in the end, Norway, by sheer weight of numbers in there, get it away. Sansom with the throw. Playing Gates into a bit of space. He tried to hit it first time, but a goal kick for Norway. Watson. Jacobsen finding Berntsen. Off Graham Ricks for a throw to Norway. Crowd, if anything, which seems to have grown a bit since the game started, trying to get behind England a little bit now. Grondalen, the skipper for Norway. Kordahl. Erlandsen. And Jacobsen. And Watson getting in there, not getting the challenge though. Anderson trying to make something of it. McDermott's right back there as well. And Larsen Okland took a lot of shaking off that ball, and in the end there's a free kick to England. Well, it would be nice for England to win handsomely, but it's important that they win, and that's the main thing. And they're leading here by a 1-0 with just on 10 minutes of the second half gone. Woodcock now. It's got to be an England throw, yes. Sansom with it. Sansom again. Gates. Thompson. Mariner first to react, but his control let him down a little bit there. Robson going right in there. Here's Kordahl getting it away for Norway. Again, Watson getting in quickly and finding Kenny Sansom. Woodcock. And a foul again by Berntsen, a free kick to England. Terry McDermott, wide here for Andersen. Another free kick. Ricks again with the free kick. Anderson behind him, or maybe it'll be McDermott who takes it. Indeed it is, but it came to nothing as Larsen, Okland gets it moving again with Albertsen. The long ball there towards Jacobsen. Erlandsen, Jacobsen. And a corner given. Must have just flicked off an England boot there. So Jacobsen, number 11, Erlandsen right in there. And they've brought up also the big number 4 from the back. And Dokken, who is another 6-footer, is in the 6-yard area for England. That corner now floating, and Shilton's got to get this one, and he does. Before Hareide, another 6-footer, can get in on it. Sansom. Gates. Robson to Gates. Well, at Portman Road, those normally go in. Goal kick then to Norway. Anderson. And again. Shoved out of it, a free kick. Indirect. And now Dave Watson. Here's Sansom. Robson. And now Phil Thompson. Well, they've got everybody in that Norwegian half except Peter Shilton, but also gets it away quite comfortably. Dokken right up there as well. Woodcock trying to make something of it, and Anderson as well, but here come Norway again. Erlandsen finding, in fact in the end finding Phil Thompson. Robson playing it wide there for Mariner. Got a bit of support coming up from the back from Andersen. And Mariner getting a good cross in there. It might come here for Woodcock. They're claiming handball, and the whistle had gone for a handball by Tony Woodcock. Good bit of play there by Mariner, though, leading up to that cross, and the handball by Woodcock. Just wondering whether manager Ron Greenwood is tempted sometime in this second half to put Laurie Cunningham on, have somebody fly at this Norwegian defence from a flank. Quarter of an hour of the second half gone. Good piece of play there by Albertsen. Sansom turning into a bit of trouble with a neat back heel, finding Ricks, sliding his way out of that challenge and finding Tony Woodcock. And the keeper did well again, quickly off his line as Woodcock came towards him. Woodcock down and injured, but a really electrifying break there by England, which very nearly produced a second goal. England leading 1-0 as Watson now plays it wide here for Ricks. Woodcock's on his feet again, back in an onside position. Gates trying to shug off Dokken. And a free kick given to England. The foul by the number 8, Arnie Dokken. Ricks again will float it in. Watson's again up there. Mariner's lurking, and on the edge of the box once again is Terry McDermott, as he was when he scored. The ball floated in there towards Mariner, and he very nearly got a touch. But here's Jacobsen. Thompson closing quickly and winning the ball well. Now Brian Robson for England. In for Ricks. Mariner in a lot of space on the far side, and Ricks found him, or at least found that area of the field superbly, was well aware of it. Anderson in quickly. Mariner couldn't control it. Wasn't a good pass there by Anderson, hit far too firmly. It's very hard really to gauge this England performance without players like Keegan and Brooking and Wilkins. And against a really good workmanlike Norwegian side, they're not going to be a pushover for anybody in this group. The Romanians, the Hungarians and the Swiss. Gates. But it's important that England stay on, or at least get on a winning path while their key players get themselves fit again, particularly for the match in Romania. There's McDermott, a deflection, particularly for the match in Romania that's coming up, because that could be really tough. The Romanians looking a really powerful, in-form side at the moment, had a very good win against Yugoslavia. But of course in football they say you take each game as it comes, and tonight with almost a shadow side, we are leading the Norwegians by 1-0. To be honest, that's better than it looked as though it may have been in the opening 25 minutes of this game, when England looked anything but an impressive outfit. But at the moment it's Brian Robson, certainly having much more of the play in this second half. Robson letting one fly, but flying too high. Certainly no sign of activity on that bench. The England substitutes on the left. Phil Neal, Ray Clements, Glenn Hoddle, Gary Birtles and Laurie Cunningham. Oh, Ricks lost that one out, but Shilton's there for England. Oh, my word, he very nearly made a mess of that one, and Thompson struggled to get that away under pressure from Jacobsen. Oh, Shilton seemed to have something of a blind spot there, and he's had one or two moments at Wembley as Peter, and somehow as Jacobsen attacked him there, it was a wicked bounce of the ball, but it very nearly caught him out. A free kick to Norway meanwhile. Grondalen will take it. Floated high towards Dokken, and Jacobsen fisted away and not very far, and just over the top there from the number 7 Hareide. Well, it was Shilton electing to punch here, again challenged by two players, and the header over the top. Sansom to Robson. And now to Gates. Played wide by McDermott for Graham Rix. An obstruction quite properly given by Albertsen. Watson again going up into the box. Two men in the Norwegian wall. Albertsen and Kordahl. Rix with the free kick, floated in there and knocked away by Dokken for the corner. And Tony Woodcock will take it. 20 minutes of the second half gone. England still leading by a goal to nil. But still not an awful lot to get excited about. But here's Woodcock with the corner for England, floated in there by a bit lower than usual actually, hitting Mariner at the near post. McDermott running to keep that ball in play. Anderson. Well stopped there by Larsen, Okland, but McDermott getting it back. Support here from Robson. Playing it wide here and picking up Kenny Sansom superbly now. A throw to England. Rix playing it in for Robson towards Mariner. Was he shoved there? My word, it looked as though Mariner was shoved there in the penalty area. He thought so as well, but the Belgian referee would have none of it. And here come Norway again with Ors, the man leading the charge. Hareide. And now Jacobsen. Played inside again, and Thompson needed to get there first before Larsen, Okland. Finding Mariner. Looked for Gates. Thompson getting it wide there for McDermott. Now here's Viv Anderson. McDermott again. Thompson. It's such a slender hold that England have got on this game in terms of goals at the moment. All the territorial advantage, but every time the Norwegians break, you begin to wonder. But here's Mariner now, trying to get up and getting up well there. And put in there by Woodcock for number 2. Well, that certainly gives England the breathing space, and a lovely leap by Mariner that really opened up the way for Tony Woodcock. As Thompson plays the ball in here, Mariner really at his best, getting up so well, nodding it down, and good finishing here. Quick and very economic finishing there by Tony Woodcock. Mariner's leap, of course, was the thing that set it up. But you need to think quick and act coolly, and that's exactly what Woodcock did. 2-0 to England. So McDermott 37 minutes, Woodcock 69. England leading by 2 goals to nil now. McDermott through for Mariner, who's really led the line well, Mariner, tonight, and really deserved to have a big part in that goal. Hareide pushing the ball forward, Sansom cutting it out well for England. Gates and Rix, and now Sansom. So Graham Rix to Kenny Sansom. Played it again there. Robson had gone right in there. The keeper didn't know what he was about there, and in fact he gets a free kick. It was a very untidy piece of defence there by Norway. Sansom played this ball in. Woodcock was right in there, and so too was Mariner coming in fast. And in fact, it's Mariner who catches the keeper there. Well, Tom Jacobsen, a nasty knock around the side of the face, was caught there by Paul Mariner as he went in for that header there. You can see it catching the Norwegian keeper, but he'll be okay to go on. So free kick to Norway. Kordahl back to Ottesen. And England again getting possession with Woodcock. Sansom. Robson. Ricks. And Sansom lost his footing. Even so, Robson won it back again for England. Ricks playing it in for Mariner now. A little touch here for McDermott. And now for Viv Anderson. And that's a corner for England, who've really dominated the second half and really deserved that second goal that, as I say, gives them the breathing space they really required, because once or twice the Norwegians on the break looked as though they might be very dangerous indeed. Another Norwegian player, I think it's Albertsen, who's down. An injury to his right knee. Well, it looks as though the right knee, I think it's Erlandsen, the number 11, who's okay to go on, and England with the corner. Woodcock with it, floating it in again, left-footed there. Sansom coming, oh my word, that was nearly on its way towards being an own goal from Ottesen. Dokken. Ottesen. Ottesen again, and a throw to England. Sansom with it. Bit of space here for Robson. Good workmanlike game Brian Robson's had as well. Getting to know each other much better in that midfield, combining really quite well now. Here's Woodcock. And now Watson thought about having a bang at goal, and now suddenly it's probably opened up the other end as the very speedy Jacobsen has got Albertsen up with him, and Jacobsen's gone past Thompson, but not past Shilton. Well, that was just one of the breaks we were talking about that really could have embarrassed England by pushing forward and leaving themselves exposed at the back, and this man is so quick, going past Phil Thompson. And a really good save by Peter Shilton. That was a good save. Ottesen. Grondalen. And here's Watson. Ottesen, Albertsen, for Berntsen, A nice little 1-2 with Erlandsen. Berntsen now. Hareide. Larsen, Okland now for Norway. Albertsen playing it in there. Hareide getting up the big number 7 and the big number 5 for England, Dave Watson, whacking it away into the Norwegian half of the field. But only Mariners up for England. Inside the last quarter of an hour now. Ball played again towards Jacobsen. Watson with him, and Watson beating him. Really was an excellent save by Shilton. He got down so quickly for that shot. He's 31 on Sunday week, Peter Shilton, and his reflexes seem as sharp as ever. But now here's Gates. Mariner. Going all the way. Brought down and a penalty. Mariner brought down, a penalty for England. And the Belgian referee not at all happy with the way that Orsa was arguing about it. He started to feel for a yellow card, I thought, for a moment there. But Mariner brought through here. And in the end, well, the referee had no doubts whatsoever. Looking at it again, you may have had one or two yourself. But a chance for England to recover from a stuttering start, now to go into a 3-0 lead. Terry McDermott, the man who's got the responsibility, who scored the first goal here tonight for England. So will it be 3-0 for England now? It is McDermott's second of the night and England's third. Well taken penalty, some encroachment there by the Norwegians, but it doesn't matter because the ball's in the back of the net. And England are leading by 3-0. Well, suddenly from an indifferent start, England have got themselves a handsome result. There's something like 12 minutes to go. Good piece of play by Erlandsen for Norway. Now to Albertsen. Berntsen. And Sansom putting it away for the throw. England's under-21s having won by the same margin last night, 3-0. A performance at the moment is being repeated by their seniors here tonight. But at the moment, Jacobsen then with the throw. And Watson again getting it away for England. Mariners up there. A back heel nicely played into the path of Graham Rix. And a ball played for Tony Woodcock. And Anderson coming up fast on the far side. Still support from Woodcock, but it was a back heel that came to nothing, and it's Hareide now for Norway to Albertsen. Taken out of the play, though, unfairly by Dave Watson, and a free kick to Norway. Free kick not taken from the right place. It'll have to go back at least 5 or 6 yards. And it's Grondalen with it now for Norway. Sansom might get to that one, yes, just flicking it away there for Mariner. Played back beautifully there for the England number 3. And in turn on the far side now for Tony Woodcock. England really stretching out. McDermott. Mariner, a little touch for Rix. Mariner again. A little flick there by Gates towards Kenny Sansom, and England get a corner. Really playing some stuff now, England. With the composure and the cockiness, really, that comes with a 3-goal lead. And a corner which Rix has now taken. It's with Sansom. Rix again. Once more into the penalty area. Looking to try and get to the byline, but getting a corner off Berntsen. England are back, say the crowd, as Ricks floats that one in there, but it's only knocked out as far as McDermott, who chips it in once more towards Paul Mariner. Knocked down again and almost into the path of Woodcock, but there was an offside. And you have to admit that the referee and the linesman were absolutely perfectly placed to spot it. But here's Norway. Albertsen. Played wide again for Larsen. And now for Berntsen from Albertsen. Albertsen going down this line now. And Robson to Sansom. A bit crowded in there. Ricks. Oh, and they've given it to Albertsen between them, but Anderson couldn't quite get ahead to it. And it's McDermott on the far side for England. And now Robson. Mariner. Well, maybe the part-timers have grown a little tired as this game has gone into the last quarter of an hour, but England now look absolutely rampant. Larsen, Okland beaten by Thompson. McDermott playing it, and how well that was taken by Anderson. Inside for Mariner. Gates to Robson. Here's Woodcock again. Played back for Ricks. Oh, that was a strange ball by Ricks. He's not had at all a bad first performance by England. It was a weird ball, to say the least, and Gates too has put in a lot of good work, and I think it's England's application maybe more than their fluent skills that have impressed people tonight. England 3-0 ahead, and Norway, having made a substitution now, the number 11 Erlandsen, who was strapped up, has gone off. And it's the midfielder Rune Ottesen who's come on, the number 15 in his place. It's a bit of a surprise in Norway. In fact, when Ottesen was dropped, he played a big part in the 6-1 victory over Finland. Now something like 7 minutes left, and you feel that there could be another goal in this game yet for England. They are so much on top at the moment, and the Finns really are on their last leg, or rather the Norwegians are at the moment on their last legs. Sansom, and now Robson. Gates. Anderson. Good run again by Anderson, and a good shot by him across the face of that Norwegian goal. Goal kick. So the substitute Ottesen, and now Dokken, Larsen, Okland, Ottesen again to Orsa, and stopped by Robson. A throw to Norway. It's probably worth saying, when people are disappointed, of course, with England's performances in the European Championship, that Ron Greenwood still has lost only 4 games out of 32. Now it looks like 33 since he took over as the England manager, Ron Greenwood, 3 years ago. And now shorn of 3 or 4 of his best players. He's had to put really a largely experimental side in the field, and here they are leading 3-0. Sansom. I'm sure he would have settled for this after some 25 minutes, when England looked really edgy. And now Thompson. Woodcock. Ricks. McDermott, a little touch there, but I don't think Gates will get to it. Albertsen, the long ball forward, Jacobsen chasing, but on this occasion Andersen just as quick as the ball is whacked up into the crowd there for a throw to Norway. And now just 5 minutes remaining. Bit of space here for Kordahl to put the ball into the centre, but he fails lamentably there. And here's little Gates being shoved off the ball, surely there by Dokken, and a free kick to England. Dokken really giving the treatment there to Eric Gates, who only stands 5'5". It's with McDermott, and now with Robson. McDermott again. Gates. Woodcock and Mariner. Oh, Mariner trying to worm his way through to get a shot in. Oh, a brilliant goal by Paul Mariner. 4-0. Well, he winkled that out of a whole host of red shirts there. Here he goes. Past one, past another. Little bit of space there. And it beautifully into the corner. 4-0. Paul Mariner gets on the score sheet, and he's had a really good game tonight. That's really skilled finishing that gives England a really handsome victory now. Woodcock to McDermott. Still 3 minutes left, and they are so overrunning the Norwegians at the moment that, well, who knows, there could even be another one. Also trying to bring it out again now for Norway. Part-time players, these electricians and accountants and a couple of students, policemen. They've really grown weary. Wembley has sapped all their energy, and in the last 5 minutes they really haven't a lot more left. Mariner. And now Gates. McDermott. Woodcock. Robson. Play down there to Woodcock, who's well offside. A free kick to Norway. Well, not since 1962 have England successfully gone through World Cup qualifying matches to qualify for the finals. But this is a promising enough start. It's far too early to be blowing any trumpets, that's for sure, against a team like Norway. On the other hand, they've stuck superbly to their job tonight, particularly when things were going badly early on in the game, and when you consider that they're without 3 or 4 of their really best players. So a lot to be satisfied by. I'm sure Ron Greenwood feels that as well, as we come to the last 30 seconds or so of the game, plus a little bit of time to be added on. There's Mariner now, who's probably been as good as anybody, but won't relish that sort of challenge very much from the number 5 Grondalen. And Mariner's down, and a yellow card for the Norwegian captain for that challenge down by the corner flag on the England number 9. This is the challenge coming up. Mariner there. Oh, took everything in sight there, did Grondalen. And yes, and I would have thought that it's the right leg of Mariner that is really thumped there by Grondalen, and his left leg bent underneath him. And this all in the last minute of a game that is comfortably won by now for England, and I'm sure will cause a certain amount of concern for people like Bobby Robson and Ipswich fans. With Mariner on his feet again now, that's good news. With Ipswich doing so well, of course, in the First Division. The final whistle, and England are doing well at the moment in the World Cup. 4-0 the score, 2 for McDermott, 1 for Woodcock, and a beautiful goal right at the end for Paul Mariner. A really halting and faltering start by England over the first 25 minutes, but once McDermott had shown them the way with that half-volleyed goal before half-time, then they really began to look the part, particularly in the second half when, as the game went on, they overran the Norwegians, and McDermott, Woodcock and Mariner added those goals in the second half. So in the end, although in terms of skill it maybe hasn't been a particularly impressive performance by England, the victory is a truly handsome one and sets them on their